Hey Scorpio, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. We're going to do another reading October 1st to the 15th. I hope everybody made it through or is making it through this Mercury retrograde, which I don't know what happened. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Mercury, Scorpio. Let's see what we got for you guys. Could be love, could be general guidance or insight, clarity on things that are going on in your life. Let's see what we get. Sign of Scorpio, please. Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Okay. I get here, Scorpio, that there's something about you feeling like you wish you could have some emotional relief, okay? It's like you almost need someone to come in and save the day for you. Some of you could have found that what you once loved to do, oddly enough, has somehow become a burden in your life. This could be a relationship, someone that you loved, someone that you put a lot of work into. Things that were going really well have somehow, in some regard, become a burden. It could be that this situation, and this could go for work. I was feeling as though this is like with the Eight of Pentacles, working a lot, putting a lot of time and effort, putting in the, feeling that sense of loving what you do, but that it doesn't come without its burdens. And somehow it's like, when is somebody supposed to come in and give Scorpio some relief of these burdens? Feeling like you're putting in all of your heart and soul and energy into a situation that I feel you may have had some reward to that, or you enjoyed, like a labor of love. But there's something where that labor of love, that reward has sort of diminished. It's not rushing in with fulfillment the way it once did, which may make it feel more burdensome in your life. This person, it could be a person as well, where it's like, when you lose that feeling of being loved, of being appreciated, of being desired, it becomes a bit heavy because you may start to feel a little bit alone in the situation. So whether this, I feel like this is work, but I do feel like it could come in to play with a person or a relationship in your life, Scorpio. You know how like certain friendships or in relationships, it's very easy to sort of blame or say that this happens, but even with certain friendships where you just hit it off and you just can't get enough of each other, and then as you get to know each other, you realize this person is actually a burden in your life. This person, it's like I don't know if the novelty is wearing off, or of a job, of a person, or it's like they show you 100%, and as time goes by, they only show you like a fraction of that. So it becomes more burdensome in a way. It doesn't feel lighthearted and light-filled. It feels more like this person becomes a lot of work. Okay, where it's like we enjoy doing that sense of labor of love, or the things that we enjoy doing for people that we truly love and care for. We do it out of our own generosity with no expectations, because there's some kind of reward there. There's some kind of feedback or some kind of fulfillment. Okay, and an example of that would be like caring for the elderly, right? when people get very old, elderly, unwell, we care for them because we have compassion, because we love them, because we want to help them without anything in return, because sometimes they don't even have the capacity. But when that happens in a place of work, maybe some of you work in a place with the elderly and you feel like it was this labor of love because you have compassion for people in need, but for some reason the reward isn't coming through, without necessarily blaming or putting that on these people. For instance, I'm giving an example, but it's kind of like a friendship, a job, a romantic relationship, or something in your life that seems to go from something that you once loved to something that's a bit more heavy. Interesting energy that I got there. Let's see what else we get for you guys, Scorpio. So it's like, can the love come back? Can that person, can that situation, can that job come back and fulfill me? Celebration with the Three of Cups here. Why the Three of Cups? You may have to put a little bit of energy and effort into your fun in life and separate the two. Three of Wands, Three of Cups. One more, please. Oh. The Star card, Seven of Cups with the Knight of Wands. I think some of you are wishing, I think some of you are trying to figure out what your other passions are, because you may not have felt or realized that something was not going to fulfill forever, right? Nothing necessarily lasts forever. Even if we want to admit that or not, we may think that something is to last till the end, and that's not always the case. So you, Scorpio, are kind of waiting. You are hoping for other opportunities to open up in your life. You're hoping and wishing for that time where you were kind of in a discovery sense of life, or discovering what it is you like to do, and sort of had a lot of options on the table. This is a time where you have to sort of think outside the box and start getting inventive, start getting creative. Definitely going after things, because I feel like some of you have been waiting around. It's like you're waiting around for it to come to you, but maybe it's time that you go out and chase it, or go after things that you sort of want to experience. Don't wait around, Scorpio, for the fun to happen, or for someone to relieve you in this. What I was saying in the beginning is like waiting for someone to save the day. You might be waiting a little longer than you need to. You also may have to ask for a bit of help, or come to the point of admitting that you're struggling through a situation, that you've lost that sense of passion with a person, with a friendship, with a job, with whatever this is pertaining to, and that you kind of want to explore other options, as you may feel a little, I don't know if you're going to feel guilty or not, but you may just start to acknowledge or recognize that, like, I need some spice in my life. It's like you need some like sprinkling of some spice, some things, like put some seasoning on your food. Like you need some life into something that is kind of dried up. It's like, not that you don't necessarily enjoy, but like I said, it's dried up. It needs a bit of reheating. It needs salt and flavoring, or whatever, salt and pepper. It needs like this, it needs to be seasoned to your liking. And that's changing for you, Scorpio. The things that you once loved, you kind of need a new flavor. You need a new take on things. So this is something I feel that you're hoping and wishing for options to arrive, or for other things to explore. I think right now you may just not know what those are. And some of you may feel stuck and may be asking, what are my passions? I've done this for so long. I've dated this for so long. I've been with friends with this person for so long. Like, who am I? What else do I like? Maybe you haven't discovered that yet. You haven't seen other sides of your life or of the world or of other people. Some of you could have been a little bit tunnel visioned at a point in your life, or focused, like hyper focused, and you didn't open up the peripheral vision around you in life at this time. So you're kind of waiting for the fun to begin again in your life. And I think you're very hopeful in discovering new things around you that you feel passionate about, but at the same time, discovering those things, because it's like a bit of getting to know yourself a little deeper here, Scorpio, in what it is that you might like. For some of you, this could have a little bit of reconciliation with the Star card, okay? So this can be a sense of healing or reconciliation with relationships with a certain person, maybe wishing or hoping that things get better, things heal. So for some of you, it's not that the friendship or this situation or job might not be completely over. Like I said, it needs re-seasoned. It needs life re-injected into it, or some kind of passion from you. And it's kind of like you have to reimagine your passion, is what I'm hearing. Like reimagine your perspective or your take on a situation. It's kind of like I'm getting this thing about music. And I don't know if some of you are into the music scene or what this is, but I'm getting like, you know how music back in the day, it was like 8 tracks and record players, and then it was cassettes, and then it was CDs, and now it's digital, and it's enhanced, and it's filtered. And it's like we've reimagined our passion for music, and what we once loved as a cassette back in whoever was born in the 70s, 80s, whatever, all of a sudden that music is so much better on like surround sound, digital sound. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting with you guys. It's like, it's not that you've lost it. It's that like, this needs to be reinvigorated. It's kind of like, wow, let's go, let me hear the music of life in this new format. What do all these other songs sound like? What do all these other people feel like? What do all these other jobs seem like? There's all these new things changing in the world, working remotely, working digitally, like things have changed, and it's kind of like you might still be able to embrace the things that you enjoy doing, but in a different format, because some of you are feeling like you need to have this someone saving the day, something saving the day, re-injecting with like life, resuscitation kind of thing. Okay, so for some of you, if it's in relationships, friendships, romantic, it might just need to have a different take on things. Maybe some of you have been like doing the mundane. You haven't been celebrating or enjoying or checking out, life around you. And it's like, don't wait around. Like, create the fun instead of waiting around for the fun or the change. It's like, be the change. I know that sounds so cliche, but like, don't wait for change, be the change, whatever that saying is, okay? 7 of Swords, okay? So this is the thing, like, at some point, things are going to change, and you didn't expect this to happen for you. You didn't expect to be challenged. You didn't expect to feel like things were going to shift or get boring. And some of you feel like, well, you want to throw the towel in. Or it's like, I'm just going to get out while I can before I completely lose my love for this scenario. Before I completely get turned off, I'll just run away now. You're not being taken advantage of here, Scorpio. If that's something you guys feel like people are using or taking advantage of this love that you put into a situation, into work, a person, a relationship, whatever, it feels maybe like you are getting it feels like this isn't what you necessarily thought was going to happen, but it doesn't mean that you're being taken advantage of. It means that you have to shift your approach to this scenario. You have to make time for some good things, for some positive, see the positive in things, make the time to sort of create a balance so that you can still enjoy or appreciate a person, a thing for what it is. Because don't forget that you're not the only one changing. Everything around you is also changing. And it doesn't mean you have to throw the towel in, or it doesn't mean that you can just drop it. And sometimes you need to. Sometimes there's a difference between like outgrowing something and adapting to it. Okay? So the people around you are also growing and changing, and they might actually bring you forward if there's that sense of reconciliation or healing to be had with the Star card. You want a little change here, though. You want some options to arise in your life. And the Queen of Swords here, and this is the thing, it's like, let me get one more. Seeking the truth. It's like, you're coming to the point where the things you once loved, or the situation that you gave unconditionally with maybe no expectations, it's like you gave unconditioned. Now you want to know like why, or the truth behind the way you're feeling, and the truth to the situation, because sometimes there is a feeling as well here with that mundane, and maybe you weren't paying attention and just going through the motions in a mundane way, and it's like, okay, what's the reason for that? What's the root cause, or what's the truth behind what you're now wanting to see out of a situation? Like, if something changes, you want to know why, because if things haven't been like going in the same flow. So now that they've changed, I want to get one more here for the Queen of Swords. Wanting to be very honest. It's like you're being honest with yourself, and you're being honest with others. But it doesn't mean you have to throw that towel in or cut off. The Empress, and this one is going to come out, the Two of Cups. Okay. I feel like you want to be, this Two of Cups could be this connection with this underneath the Star card, okay? So healing any relationships or love in your life that needs to heal. The Empress card here is sort of telling me that things have to be recreated or reimagined, okay? The creativity as well as the healing. So some of this healing, Scorpio, is also to do with you. Because you could react to things, or maybe your truths have changed. Maybe your reality has changed. So there's healing involved. You're not the only one changing. Everything else around you is constantly changing, and so is everybody else, some faster than others. But this is about you tapping into your higher self, your better version of yourself, and maybe coming from a place of love still. I think this Empress is always coming from a place of creative love, gentle and kindness, because she has that sense of inner stillness. She's centered, she's grounded, there's wisdom there. So sometimes we don't have to throw the towel in or rearrange our world. We just need to change our perspective on our reality, on our world, so that we can heal what needs to be healed within ourselves, because we sometimes may think that everything is because of the outside world, and really it could be coming from the inside that changes, and then your reality will change. So this is a time for you, Scorpio, that's about getting real, getting honest, getting truthful with yourself, your surroundings, your life, your relationships, but also with what you see out there. And what is the reality or the truth to you in your outside world? And then how you can adjust that perspective, or how you can adjust your approach by like changing your inner world. Does that make sense? This is also where you're going to find that connection with a person. With this Two of Cups, could be a Gemini energy that you connect with. You have Aquarius here, star card as well. This is how you're going to connect with the right people, the right person, the right job, because you're connected to yourself. This is where you come out as a creator versus just living within your circumstances. Because you can change your circumstances, you can change your reality, you can change your level of creativity. You create your reality. But it's about being truthful. And instead of feeling in this loop of victimhood, instead of feeling stolen from or taken advantage of or cheated on or whatever, instead of feeling like things didn't work out the way you thought, it might be a little bit of a guidance or a lesson into what it is you need to change, coming from within first, so that the relationships outside, or your relationship to things or jobs or people or whatever, can heal, can improve, can reinvent, right? It's funny, like when you first go to a job, like you just think, like I remember being a cashier. It was the best thing in my life when I was like a teenager. It was so cool working a computer and doing cash. But that would bore me to death now, because my perspective of that has changed. But like if I put my perspective back as a teenage looking at something or anything in your life, it's like, how come one time you love that and now you don't? Or how come one time you were so excited for something and now you don't? What was it that changed? Was it the situation? Not necessarily. Or was it your perspective on that reality for yourself? Because either you've grown or you've changed or you've lost patience or whatever that may be. Okay? And the same goes with friendships. Okay? So sometimes when we change, it's like sometimes people will just fall off. You don't have to really do anything or tell them anything. You may feel like you need to go and voice yourself and tell someone off, or cut to the chase. Sometimes when you just grow, they naturally fall off. Okay, so right now this is about you stepping into your connected self, your higher self, for what is good for you and your change, your truth, your reality. All right, Scorpio, what a nice reading, guys. I want to give you an Archangel Raphael. That was a very interesting reading message that I was getting through for those cards. Connections happen when we heal ourselves. Okay, I'm getting this with the Star card and the Two of Cups. We can fully love, we can fully embrace love, we can fully connect with others, no matter what that is. People, places, things. When we heal ourselves, okay? Some people hate winter, some people love it. What changed? Some people love the sun, some people hate the sun. What's changed? Not the sun, not the snow, not the location, the person's reality, their perspective coming through them. And this is what you're going through, Scorpio. Massage. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me know that I deserve to receive massages and other self-care treatments. And I think that this goes in hand with this Three of Cups, guys. Going out and finding fun, finding the things that you enjoy doing, okay? And relaxing. And also like massaging, not just on the physical level, but massaging your world around you, right? It's like massages are what help relax tense muscles. They take a tight, constricted area and they relax it into more of a flow, more circulation. They re-inject life into like dead tissue, so to speak. So this is something that I think is like, how can you massage the situations that you're in your life or the people so that you can create a sense of that healing? What wisdom do you have? What do you have to create new beginnings by massaging or injecting that love into a situation? All right, Scorpio, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for all your support, and I wish you guys a great day. Take care.